Let's move on. Okay, we'll
still boxing, yeah. That's
it's been a while.
Floyd Mayweather. Now let's talk about the heavyweights. The real boxing. Yes, this is a serious one. Serious business. I mean, Anthony Joshua has been saying that he's not falsy. He's not really thinking about the next person he's going to face, and he's just focusing and enjoying himself.
Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, enjoying himself. That's the word there. I mean, it's been a while heard from him, and that's what you do after winning such a big fight against Vladimir Klitschko. It's only right to enjoy yourself and just chill outside of the ring, later on. And that's what he's been doing. He's been making a lot of money, endorsing, promoting different brands. But he's going to have to get in the ring soon.
Yeah, because, before December 2nd.
Exactly. If he wants to take on Vladimir again, then he has to get in the ring by December the 2nd. That's according to the IBF, International Boxing Federation. But for me, this guy strikes me like he's not scared to take on anyone. Whoever they put in front of him is ready to take on them. And that's exactly what he's been saying. Anthony Joshua, let's listen to him. He's been speaking on his future and who he's going to fight next.
I'm not too fast. I have the potential rematch with Klitschko, who I fought recently. And then if I don't fight Klitschko, I have to fight a mandatory challenger who's in place, because he's worked his way up to the #1 rankings with one of the belts, which is the IBF belt. So I'd have to fight a man called Kubrat Pulev. So 2017 is all based around Vladimir Klitschko or Kubrat Pulev. The doors are open for all challengers. It's really interesting times as well, because the likes of Tyson Fury could be back. There's the American foe, Deontay Wilder. There's British heavyweights that are on the rise. So it's a really good time to be involved, I think.
Anthony Joshua looking all relaxed, looking all clean.
Having fun, even playing tennis with Andy Murray.
Right? So he has a lot of time on his hands. But like he said himself, there's several potential opponents out there. He mentioned Deontay Wilder as well, too, who owns the WBC heavyweight title. And there's Joseph Parker, WBO as well, too. So what we want to see, what boxers want to see, what we fans want to see is someone, just one man, holding all those belts, an undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, which we haven't had in a long time. Lennox Lewis, I believe, was the last person. That's a long time ago. Still a baby then. But it looks like Anthony Joshua might just be that guy.
Yeah, right now, but he's focusing on two fights. It's either going to be Vladimir Klitschko or Kubrat Pulev, and that will be in Ukraine. I think that's it's supposed to be in Hungary.
There's still
we don't really know. But then, but the guy's from Hungary, so whatever is going to happen, then it will happen. So those are his two focus this year. But then talking about next year, then we can start talking about Deontay Wilder and the likes. But I told you earlier on that I don't want you to fight Deontay Wilder yet.
Not yet.
I mean, not yet.
But we know where you want. You want him to take on. They want to see the rematch.
Yes.
That's what you want. Pulev.
Okay, because it's mandatory, so
exactly.
You just have
he's worked his way up, so he deserves a title shot. So whichever one happens, we will be here to update you on Anthony Joshua's next move. Let's talk tennis now, and big shock. Before we talk about Andy Murray, Roger Federer. Returned to tennis after taking a long break, about 10 weeks. He's been out, and he was stunned by Tommy Haas.
He didn't see this coming at all. First set, fine. Federer, fine. First set, 6-2. I can come back. Second set, he tried. But somehow it was like, this guy set his mind for crying out loud. He himself also took a break from tennis and all that, returning. But then, more like he's got the power more than Federer, who's 35.
Yeah.
He can beat the younger players, but he can't beat the 39-year-old.
I know it's a shocking exit. There's no two ways about it. But Tommy Haas used to be very decent.
Yeah.
He used to be world #2. Back in the days, and so, but obviously you didn't expect him to beat Roger Federer.
No.
Not with the form Roger was in. But that's one thing I always talk about: momentum. Momentum in sports is very crucial. Federer was on a high, winning, the Australian Open and winning the Masters series as well. So then he says, I want to take a break, and I'll be back. It's very difficult to just switch it on. It's difficult, and that's what I believe happened to him against Tommy Haas. But he's not panicking at all. This is just a blip, and he will be back to himself before Wimbledon starts. Wimbledon is the ultimate target. He's won 7 times already at SW United, and I'm sure he wants to make it to 8th time, right?
Okay. Now, if you check the current ranking of Tommy Haas, that tells you how big, how huge this upset is. 302.
Yeah.
That's his ranking right now. That's the place. Well, I don't know. Federer, okay, maybe he felt, okay, I don't really need this. I don't need to put in everything.
No, I don't think so. No, it doesn't actually.
He felt, okay, the guy was having this power play and all that, so he just went on. And the first is go back, like rest, and you come back.
No, it's not like that. He's lost to the better guy on the day. Let's move on now. We're still talking tennis. And world number one, Andy Murray, compared to the likes of Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal, it's been very underwhelming. But it is what it is. He says he's actually gone on to admit that Federer and Nadal are the guys to beat at Wimbledon. But somewhere in there, I could sense he was quietly backing himself because, like we said, Nadal is going to be out for a while too. Now he's put out of the Queen's Club event to rest. You wonder what kind of form he will return at Wimbledon. So Andy Murray I'm sure he's just, having a bit of hope there that this guy might return not in the best of form.
Okay. Now let's listen to him now because he feels he's going to play Wimbledon trying to win it, not for the ranking, but then just to add that to his collection of his Grand Slams.
They've both played great tennis to start the season. Amazing what Rafa did in Paris to win for the 10th time, and that's when you watch them play, it's motivating, to try to get better. And I know that if I don't improve myself, I'm not going to be able to win the big competitions or be able to beat them. So yeah, it's motivating, and they've done great this year. It's most likely that I'll lose the #1 spot. I mean, no one's kept it forever. It will inevitably happen at some stage. More than likely that will happen. Which is fine. But I'm not trying to win Wimbledon for rankings points. I want to win Wimbledon. That's my goal. Well, the French is a good start, obviously, but it's just one tournament. At the end of last year, obviously, I was able to keep a level of consistency for it was really the last 5-6 months of the year, and that's what I want to get back to now. I mean, you're not going to win every tournament that you play, you're not going to win every match that you play, but in terms of the way that I was competing every single week, that's what I want to get back to. And the grass obviously is a surface that I love playing on. Hopefully I can have a good run the next few weeks.
Yeah, he doesn't have a choice. Get a good run and get to Wimbledon again if he can.
Yeah, if he can. He's won twice already. So surely, even though he hasn't been in the greatest of forms, but you have to say he's in the conversation to win Wimbledon. So that's it for tennis. Let's talk football now. Cecilia, United. Okay, Manchester United have their first summer signing.
Yep.
Your guy.
They've gotten a 20.
Your guy.
That's my guy. They've gotten this 22-year-old lad from Benfica.
Yeah.
If you watch him play and see what he's been able to do and all that, you will know that yes, this lad is a fantastic player.
Absolutely.
Jose Mourinho needed, the centre back, and of course he had to go for Victor Lindelof. So he has joined them for the sum of 31 million pounds. Fair enough. I mean.
It's not as crazy as the monies that have been thrown
around and everything.
Just slightly more than they paid for Rio Ferdinand all those years ago. Apparently, he's supposed to be that guy that actually replaces Rio Ferdinand once and for all. That's his name, Victor Lindelof, 22, still very young, 1.87 meters, so it's tall. He can handle himself. In the Premier League, which is a physical one. Plays with right foot. Position is a centre back primarily, but other positions he can actually play as a DM and as a right back as well. So you can understand why Jose has gone for Victor Lindelof. Yeah. So what does it do for the careers of the likes of Chris Smalling and Phil Jones?
Really?
Yeah, I just asked you. What's the impact?
We talked about some players that need to go to some other clubs. We'll go for a break now. We'll come back. We'll be looking at the Federation selection. Stay with us.